Texter, quote, "My girlfriend now wants to sleep with Dan in D.C. after hearing his call. And you know what? I'll let her." Really? It was a good call, but you with your lady right now? Hey, honey, I gotta say, man, that Dan in D.C., that call got me hot. Would it be all right? Go ahead. I'm good with that. Let's keep moving. This guy's a made man. He's an elected official. I could introduce Trapper, but everything that I could say about Trapper, he says himself right here.
I'm a made guy, and outside of the host and God Almighty, none of you puerile, pubescent, patronizing punks has the game or the legs to run, much less outlast me. I'm Trapper, and you're not. And I'll be here next year, and you won't.
Well said. He's Trapper, you're not. Always in the hunt, has never won the event. Is this the year? Tramps like us, Trapper. Let's do this thing. On line one, in Dana Point, Trapper. My man Trap, what's up?
Brother man, never has there been so much smack assembled in one place, with the exception of when Hunter Thompson dined alone. It is an honor to be here. Thank you for the invitation. I get to follow Jeff from Richmond. Forget Brood, I already won the door prize. And a very nice read, Danny boy. You want to bag on Jay Moore, you should borrow some of those script writers of his. I got to start with the 30 pieces of silver awards, Jim, for the year. First, smart money would have to be on the NFL and the Players Union, where getting these two to negotiate is like getting Chang and Ing in a kayak. That's Siamese twins clones. Also, Chad Ochocinco makes this year's Dirty 30 list, making mad bones, hawking everything from kicks, gear, and mad Chadmobiles to 2 million tweet freaks. It is so over the top that rumor has it even the Nigerian lottery guys are saying, "Shut up." From the greed heads to the downright duplicitous first, you know I got to bring this guy up. Little Donnie Rumsfeld. Bad enough you get fired by the only Yaley in history with a 60 IQ, but calling the Raiders evil after directing that guerrilla theater at Abu Ghraib, words fail. But the worst of the worst, Bones. Yeah, Barry Bones, his sworn testimony that he didn't know he was on roids. If your face holds more water than Shamu, if your 7 1/4 hat size suddenly becomes eligible for a Mardi Gras float, if your cabeza got so big Michael Jackson pre-mortem put in a bid for your bones, then maybe you had a clue. And no, we are not going to pull a Craig in Vegas and get run early with that line, except this message brought to you by the California Raisin Commission. And for runner-up, nice to see my fair and balanced pals at Fox News showing the governor of Arizona acknowledging a, quote, few unanswered questions on her tortured immigration bill. Last time there were so many unanswered questions on a TV show, I think Snooki was a contestant on Jeopardy. Speaking of Jersey Shore, since I'm a Jersey guy and I got to stick up for me and the Slam Man, the worst thing we worried about washing up down the shore as a kid from New York was medical waste. No moss, obviously, but that said, you got to admit, anything that makes Courtney Love or the Kardashian bimbos look classy is way dope. Last, as for Blaze and Chad and Jeff in Richmond and all you clones out there that have to go to the commie card and believing rhyming Trapper with Crapper makes you the next Walt Whitman, get this. And get it right, fools, just once. I've been on this block for over 17 years. And outside of the host and God Almighty himself, none of you jungle eunuchs has the game or the muscle to take me out. From the No-Tell Hotel in Tampa Bay to the basement in Harlem Nights in H-Town, from Portland to SA and Buffalo to Dago, I've been around. I made my bones with the Detolas, the JT, Kerwin, Shawnee, the Roach, the Mayor, Silk, and I, Ray, back when you were holed up somewhere in a true fort with your first Playboy. I was here before syndication. I was here before Travis. I'm here after Travis. I was in the Murph the day Scrooge found religion, I, Ray, found Jerry, and Rome pinch hit for Larry King and went yard. Like I said, I've been around. And if you want to go to the commie card, get this last thing. There's no politics in sports or smack. Pucks don't lie, balls don't fabricate. They're truth tellers. If it goes in the net, it was a good shot. If it ends up in the cheap seats with you fools, it was a bad pitch. Don't whine to me about bad bounces on the field or here in the smack off. You show me where it ended up. Show me the one rule we live by in the jungle. You show me scoreboard. If you're in the smack off year after year after year, including when your mind was circling the moon and Pluto, well, that's the truth, babe. The cold, hard truth. And if you're getting your ass kicked by a commie, well, the cold, hard truth is your game needs a whole lot of work. So know this, clones, when the sun also rises again on the great Garden State tomorrow from Jersey to Dana Point and up here to Pelican Bay, I will be here again and you won't. And you know the rest of this tune because I'm Trapper and you're not. So I got to run, clones. Sorry I can't hang with you. But I got some criminal butt to kick in the courts of this great country. You have a great week at the 7-Eleven. Tramps like us, baby. Jimmy, thank you for the dime. I'm out of here.
Trapper, Dana Point. Well, he laid out the history of the show very nicely. Good job, Trapper. Glad you made time for it. Nice to have you back in. Representing strongly as always. Trapper in Dana Point. He's Trapper and you're not. Don't forget it. 3 for 3. 3 calls in, 3 strong calls. Where do you slot that one? How do you have it right now? Jeff in Richmond, Dan in D.C., Trapper in Dana Point. Trapper's never won. Dan's never won. Jeff in Richmond has won.